I don't pay too much attention to say calories. That's one of the major things some of the weight loss experts will tell you. A weight that is about 55. I'll not come here and just say any kind of something, like whatever I say is entirely real. But I personally have not really paid too much attention to that over the years. Hello guys, how you all doing? If this is your first time watching, my name is Glory Ifoma. You're welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how I have been able to maintain a steady and consistent weight for over 7 years now. One of the reasons being that in time past I've had this request from one or two of my friends requesting that, okay, how have you been able to maintain your weight? Some of us have been gaining weight and we've been doing so many things and we are unable to put it under control. How have you been able to maintain your weight? I think then it was private and I shared one or two tips, so I was like, it's going to make a lot of sense if I can bring it out here and talk about it. I'm going to leave a disclaimer to this video. I'm not in any way a weight loss expert or a dietitian or whatsoever. Whatever I say in this video is totally personal, or what I feel like both directly, indirectly, intentionally or unintentionally have helped me so far. Okay, so one of the other things I'll say, if you perhaps have met me in person or maybe in a swimsuit, I'm sure one of the things that will pop up in your mind is like, this girl, you have potentials of getting fat. Okay, if you're not controlling whatsoever, you might get fat. Okay, so yeah, I think I have that in me, the ability to gain weight and a lot of weight, but then somehow I've been able to stay within the same range of weight that is about 55. The highest I've gone over 7 years now, it's 56. There are clothes which I have from 7 years back in my wardrobe which I can still wear now and fits perfectly. Me personally, I don't pay too much attention to say calories. That's one of the major things some of the weight loss experts will tell you: mind what you eat, which is really honestly very important. But I personally have not really paid too much attention to that over the years, to say, okay, how much calories in my food, how much. I think it's a lot of mental stress and I don't honestly have the time to do that. So I eat in proportions which I think I maybe sort of automatically capture with my eyes, like measure with my eyes or so. Yeah, so one of the things that have helped me so far is I've maintained the same proportion of food which I eat over the years. If you know me from 7 years back or so, the same proportion of food or quantity of food I had 7 years ago is still the same I eat now. I have, by God's grace, been able to kill the uncontrolled desire to eat a lot. I think of myself like I eat more with my eyes. I literally do not eat out of control because of how tasteful the food is. The same quantity of eba I ate 7 years ago, to be honest with you, the same I eat now. The next tip that has helped me is, like, I try to maintain balanced diet. Yeah, I know, like I said, I mentioned that I don't really weigh in terms of calories and all of that. That's really important, to be honest with you. But I personally really do not pay too much attention to that because it's a lot of hassle for me. Like, it's a lot of calculation and it feels like it's rather work to eat rather than eating and enjoying food. So, but I weigh automatically with my eyes. So, and I try to eat balanced diet. Even when I eat balanced diet, it's not like I'll say in a plate of food there must be this, there must be that, there must be the whole class of food in a single plate of food. No. Or would I say I must eat this, eat my dessert and all of that? No, I don't do that. But I eat in terms of balance diet. Say a day or in a week, I try to make sure I get my veggies, my fruits, carbohydrates and my protein and all of that. Like, I try to eat that in proportions. For example, if I have a plate of food that has carbohydrate, we're in Africa, most of the time most of our food contains carbohydrate, and like being the African girl that I am, I eat swallow and all the rice and all the yam and all the plantains kind of stuff. but I try as much as I can to put veggies. Like I eat veggies a lot and eat salads a lot, so I try to like maintain a balanced diet. It might not all be like, I cannot say in a plate of food I'll have my fruits by the side, I'll have my veggies, I'll have my salad. How can you even do that when in the office? Sometimes you lose track. Okay, so but then in say within 2 days, if I'm not able to eat say veggies when I'm in the office, when I get home, I know I have my vegetables. The third is like, even in terms of maintaining balanced diet, I take lots of fruits and vegetables in terms of the balanced diet. So I tend to eat a lot of vegetables. Like vegetables is always more than. The only time I eat more carbohydrate is perhaps when I'm in the office, because I don't have too much control of that. And veggies is something which I like to eat when I cook. It's not something which I like to buy from a fast food. One thing with fruit is fruit makes you feel, so you tend to eat less. Another thing, I believe in balance whatsoever it is. Even in terms of fruits, there's a balance. Like I don't take fruit and feel like my tummy is bloated, like it, because there comes a time where the fruit really gets appetizing and you just want to keep going and keep going and keep going. So I try to keep everything in normal proportion. Even the fruits I'm taking, even the veggies has to be in normal proportion. Okay, the next tip is I take breakfast. I don't starve. I know some people do, how they call it, morning fast, where they don't eat in the morning. I personally believe like breakfast is a very important meal of the day, and it's something that gives you energy to carry through. Okay, like, and one mistake some people do is they'll say, okay, I'm doing the morning fast, and by the time they're taking their lunch, like they're combining both the breakfast and the lunch, so it defeats the whole purpose. I take my breakfast. With taking breakfast, it gives me energy to go through the day, and I honestly cannot even starve myself because of my health. So okay, that's for that. Now the next tip that has helped me so far is, I think I have a high metabolism rate still. Yeah, and one of the things that I help my metabolism, my rate of metabolism, is I take green tea. I'll probably leave the link to some of the green teas I take, and this helps me like digest my food. Then when you're on the other side, you're doing your activity, like everything is going out like normally. The next tip that has helped me too over the years is, I really do not take junk food. I can't remember the last time I took pizza or hamburger. I think the highest junk food I take is plantain chips. And if you all know, for those of you my Lagosians, if you know plantain chips, especially now that plantain is so expensive, it's just like this. We can really count it, just like about 15 plantains, slices of plantains in it or something, 15 or 20 thereabout. So I don't really eat junk food, and I'm not really too crazy about food. Not because I don't have the ability to be crazy, but because I've just disciplined myself to be that way, because I know that that is one of the things that can precipitate the weight gain, and it's really easy to gain weight, but to lose it is a problem. So that's why I try to maintain the weight. I know like there are some people that say, no, try to put on some weight, but now I'm not gonna put on any weight, at least for now. I rarely take junk food, and I feel like that's one of the things that has helped me too. Now the next tip is, I try to differentiate between when it's false hunger and when it's real hunger. So many people have the habit of eating out of false hunger, and one of the ways you can know if it's false hunger or real hunger is when you feel a certain way in your tummy. You can take a glass of water, and if it subsides, you should know it's false hunger. Maybe your brain is just playing a quick trick on you. Okay, but if it persists, like you're having all the grumbling and all the stuff in your tummy, you should know it's real hunger. And if it's if it's at an interval where you're already taking say breakfast or lunch, well, you can just take a little something and eat. So but then like, I take a lot of water. Really, that was difficult for me to do at first, so difficult for me to do, but I had to gradually start training myself, because it's really good. It increases the rate of metabolism and every other thing, and kills that desire for like that false hunger kind of feel. And so even how I take my water, I don't take all at a go. I see many people put it online. I feel like one of the reasons I don't like the feel of your tummy being bloated after taking food, be it fruit, be it veggies, be it carbohydrate, whatsoever it is. Like, I just want to eat and feel like my tummy is still at the same place it was before. Like, I don't want to eat and I feel like my tummy is big or I feel like I'm pregnant. Okay, so even when it comes to water, rather than me taking it all, I like have my bottle of water by the side and I'm sipping gradually. That is how I take my water, and I feel like has also helped me too. Okay, I actually do not exercise, to be honest with you, because of health reasons. Over the years, I've not really exercised, so that's the reason I'm not going to mention exercises as one of the reasons that has made me particularly to be consistent in my weight. But you can do exercise is actually very good and important. One of the little exercises I think I do is just dance. Okay, I love dancing, so that's one of the things I have done. And I also have this bad habit. Like I said, I'm here to be as real as possible, so I'm not here to come and say like I got it all figured out. Let me tell you some of my bad habits. Sometimes I do work like late into the night, and say I eat by 7 p.m. and by the time it's 1 o'clock, I'm hungry. I try to eat something small because I'm still going to stay awake for like another 2-3 hours. So that gives enough time for that food to digest. It's not food per se. I can take a little tea, bread and tea, something just very light. And even in the evenings too, I eat on a normal day. I don't eat heavy things. I try to take very light food. I mostly my most preferred is tea. I take, then if I'm working late into the night, then I feel hunger, I also take tea and bread, just something like that. I try and take something. I don't starve myself because it's honestly not good for the body to, you're talking about gastric ulcer. So yeah, those are some of the things I've been able to do that has helped me so far. So I don't know, maybe you can try to apply one or two things, especially the aspect of taking green tea. It increases the rate of metabolism, okay, and sports too, and also minding the proportion of food you eat. These are really very important. Until next time, please subscribe. Do not forget to share, comment, and let's take this channel to the next level. Have a wonderful time, guys.